My next question says, does the Bible allow Christian women to wear jewelry, pearls, gold, and things like that?
Okay, good question. And people still talk about these things, and people still use the Bible to fight about these things. So something's got to be said, really. You find in the scripture reference, you find it in the book of 1 Peter. Now, Peter, both apostles, Peter as well as Paul, do talk about this. And if you go to the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, this is where this thing comes from, 1 Peter chapter 3. And let me read it out to you so we know that we've got a biblical base. 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 to 4. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting of hair, wearing of gold, and putting on of apparel. Okay, this is the King James Version. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which in the sight of God is a great price. Now, you find that many people use makeup to be what they're not. Mm-hmm. They use makeup as a mask. And sometimes you see some of these little girls, when they're teenagers and they've just learned about this thing called foundation. And they put tons of it on their face. And you look at them and you say, hey, with all that foundation on your face, are you trying to build a house or something? But actually what they are doing is they're using that, or they could potentially be using that as a mask. Now, what the apostles are saying is, are you using jewelry, makeup, your hairdo, expensive hairdos and things to show how beautiful you are on the outside, but we have an ugly inside that you're trying to hide? So the scripture is not saying you cannot wear jewelry, you cannot wear earrings or whatever, necklace, a nice gold necklace, or get some makeup on. That's not what the scripture is saying. It's saying that once you've sorted out the outside and you're looking nice and beautiful, do not neglect the inside. It goes on, it talks about having a meek spirit, being wonderful, being beautiful on the inside, being somebody that has the Spirit of God on the inside. So whichever way you look on the outside, whatever you've got on the outside, so long as the inside has got Jesus in it and it's got a nice meek spirit, that's what it's all about. But of course, somebody that will look at this will say, scripture says don't wear necklaces, don't put makeup, don't do this and that, don't get your hair done. Get your hair done. Take care of that body that God has given you. As for me and my wife, I want to see my wife looking pretty and beautiful, exactly the way God made her. So that is what this scripture is saying. It's actually a very deeper connotation there. It's a deeper meaning where ladies as well as men are being encouraged to not just build the outside, build the inside as well. Okay. All right.
So there we have it, ladies. We can look good on the outside, but we must remember the inside.